You gotta love it when you pull up to a new build like the one behind me and the project manager already has all the doors opened up and he comes out and he says, I don't even know why the client ordered a home inspection, but she's all yours. Let's see if this house is in good a shape as he thinks it is. It's one thing to have some shrinkage cracking, or some chipped concrete at the corner, or some more chipped concrete at the other corner. Exposed anchor bolts at the exterior foundation, that's where I draw the line. But an exposed plumbing drain line at the exterior foundation, there's no way we can let that fly.
Now that's unacceptable. I mean, I'm not too familiar with what was just shown before. Of course, cracks and, you know, seeing anchor bolts or whatever he just called them. But like, obviously those things are important, but like, what? What? The island though?
Here's the sewer clean out at the neighbor's house. See the S? Here's the sewer clean out at our house. It's extended too high, so we can't put a cover here. We're gonna have to cut that pipe down. Seeing some daylight at this back door. Wonder why the dishwasher's not installed. I wonder if it has something to do with this outlet. Sure is beautiful up here.
But it's so crazy after all the things you have to look at when you're becoming a new homeowner. Get you an inspector, man.
If you look underneath here, you look at the soffit, we see an opening here. We got some damage. This is like a vinyl siding soffit here. We got some damage here and some cracking here. And then a little spot here. It wouldn't be bad to paint all this wood either, just to help it last longer. Here we got some wood. That front door's sticking. But a surge protector at the panel makes me happy. This video won't do it justice, but there is a noticeable hump right here in the middle of this bedroom. So much so, I could even call it a tripping hazard. The door stopper at the front door is missing the rubber cover.
Now, this is so stupid. Like, this is so obvious at the end. Bro, what is going on? Do people usually have this many problems when they're becoming new homeowners and they're building a new home? Is this really just cheaper products, or is this poor quality? This is poor work ethic.
Like this one, but this one's not installed.
Oh, man.
Let's go ahead and get this installed for them. There we go. Here at the garage door, I gotta hold down the button. As soon as I let go of the button, the door opens right back up. And it will not shut all the way. This is as far.
Now, for people who are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for houses over time, they deserve better than this. I might not be the biggest mortgage fan at all on borrowing money, and I'm still not. But with all these problems, why do people think that they can get away with this type of stuff? The guy did say in the beginning of the video, I forgot what was his title, but he was like, there's no reason to get an inspector. Like, everything's good. And then the audacity to leave everything open as if he's confident in what he's saying. Bro, what? That's a blatant lie.
As it will go. This can move, and this can move. But this shouldn't move.
Trash.
It's really loose. They GFI protected everything in the house. That is an upgrade. They did not have to do that, but they did anyways. They really need to take the time to seal this shower enclosure, some clear sealant.
Imagine not getting an inspector before you get a home and seal the deal. One person said the only competent builder on this house was the electrician. Another person said low quality materials, low quality craftsmanship, high price, the American way. It's insane how bad American houses are. 14,000 people like that. One person underneath commented, it's not all houses, mainly new developments that are mass produced by companies that use the lowest bidder to cut costs and it shows. Someone else said, I would legitimately be so embarrassed to make those mistakes and be called out upon it, especially if I had just said it was perfect. How come they need you to always tell them these things? They should clearly know or revise themselves. The creator responded, it's interesting, isn't it? A lot of the same mistakes, but also find new ones. Shaky Island almost every time. What is your experience with home ownership? Did you all have this many problems? When did you buy your home? I'm interested in the comment section down below.
Okay, so y'all tell me if I'm tripping. So me and my mom got into it because I bought my home back in 2023, right? I have no kids. I'm single. Cool. I work in corporate or whatever, but mind you, I live like an hour and 40 minutes from my job. And at the time when I bought the house, I was working fully remote. Okay, so they sprung that on me out of nowhere. Cool. I'm telling her I want to sell my house and move back into an apartment. And and she's like not agreeing with me. And I get it. Like when you hear of homeowner, like, you know, you think of, okay, you can make a profit, like you know, your investment, it's an investment. Cool. I understand that. But it is very, very overwhelming. I mean, with the bills and all the stuff that comes with it, the mortgage, and then if something breaks in the house.
Yeah, I be telling people this all the time, but they don't want to listen to me. Who am I? I'm just Jay, you know? No, home ownership is it. It's you own it. You know, at least you own it. You own all them problems too. And just because you got home insurance don't mean they gonna cover everything. We know how insurance are these days.
Mind you, my washing machine broke maybe like a week after I bought them. I had to pay for that out of pocket. My heat broke. I had to pay for that out of pocket during the winter last year. Am I tripping? Like,
nah, because when you do rent, yeah, sure, you don't own, but you also don't own those type of problems, and someone is out there to fix it. You still got to go through the problem. It's just, are you going to pay for it or are you not?
I love living in an apartment because if something goes wrong, you could just call maintenance. It's just very convenient. And at the time when I lived in an apartment, I was close to the city. Like, it took me no time to get downtown Atlanta. Like, now I'm further out and it takes me an hour and some change to get to work to and from. Like, it's stressful as hell to me.
Yeah, an hour and some change is still crazy. That's 2 hours of driving every single day. And that's on the good days, it sounds like, for her. That's 10 hours of driving per week. And that's a full shift. That's 40 hours of driving every single month. And that's a full 2 weeks worth of working full time. No way. There's no way I'm doing that. That's 480 hours of driving every single year.
And then it's like the money I make at my job, I make great money to be 27. Don't get me wrong. I make great money. But the money compared to the money I got money.
Yeah, and again, before we even, she's not going to disclose how much money she makes, I can tell, but it's not how much you make. It's not about how much you make. It's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you make. And hear me out. She said that she makes good money, whatever that means. That can all be subject to the individual. But she's still complaining about the price. Why is that? Living above your means. When you buy something and you own it, you also own the problems with it. When you own a car, you also own the maintenance with it. You also own the insurance with it that comes with it. Like, you can't tell me that people are always winning with home ownership and they got these type of problems. And it's like, yo, she makes good money though, so she deserves a home. She works hard. She deserves a home. She deserves those problems too. Like, at the end of the day, she's saying that it's just too much, even though she makes good money. What are we talking about here?
The bills I have to pay for this mortgage and everything else. Like, am I tripping that I want to move back to an apartment?
100% no. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, though.
I honestly wish somebody would have told me how overrated it is to own a home. My fiance and I just sold our house. We are back to renting. I'm ecstatic. He's ecstatic. We are saving so much. We were really young and stupid when we bought our house, so I'll give you that. But the weight that has been lifted off of our shoulders is, I can't explain it. There is so much maintenance that comes with the house, and our mortgage was ridiculously expensive. I can't even say the number because I'm embarrassed. We are probably not going to buy again for a very long time, or at least until we find our forever home. Just a PSA, if you're not ready for the maintenance and the cost that it comes to own a house, don't do it.
I love this message. I don't even watch the videos before we bring them up here, so everything is in real time. You guys can always put your money on that. I'm not going to be choosing videos just because I think that it's great. Like, I choose the videos based off of the engagement on social media. If it has great engagement, I'm like, cool. They must have said something that was very strongly opinionated, something contradicting, something that was good about it. And so I bring it up here and I'm like, well, let's hear it together. But let's see what the comment section has to say. Someone said, girl, wait, what? So you'd rather pay off someone else's mortgage? I don't get it. Here's the thing. You don't own anything in America. Most people flex about how much their payments are. Oh, I pay this much per month. And you don't own anything. Most people don't even own the phone that you're holding because you're making monthly payments on it. Stop. Okay? Stop. Yeah, the phone that most people are holding, they don't even own it. If they stop making payments on it, they're bringing your ass to collections, okay? And your phone service is getting cut off. You don't own anything. And you're talking to me about how she doesn't own a home that she lives in? Yes, renting does give you the freedom to not have to pay for everything that happens damage-wise or malfunction-wise when it comes down to your living standards. Yes, you might live around other people, but this is called a sacrifice. You must be able to sacrifice now in order for you to get a greater reward in the future. Clear example. In the book Atomic Habits by James C. Clear, there's somewhere, I forgot what chapter, but he was explaining how most people end up in undesirable situations because they always revert to rewarding themselves in the near and they get punishment further down the line. For example, if I saw an apple pie and it looked delicious and I'm like, man, I want some of that pie. It feel really good to get that pie. Tastes so good. Delicious. Now, if I keep doing that 6 months down the line, I'm going to be big as hell. So guess what? The punishment comes 6 months down the line, not the time that I actually decided to eat the pie. In the same way, home ownership, right? Okay, cool. I'm going to own a home. I'm a homeowner. You know, I can show it on my credit score. I can like whatever. Cool. 6 months down the line, something happens. Damn. Thousands of dollars coming out your pocket, right? Mind you, money isn't even coming in your pocket in those 6 months, all right? No. Your mortgage may not be as high as rent, or it could be as high as rent, and you get so much more space in your own freedom. Property taxes, HOA fees, if you have HOA, a new roof in 20 years, you're paying interest on a bank loan that you got because you couldn't pay it off cash. Yeah, you're rewarding yourself in the now by thinking ownership is good. That's what they want you to believe. Ownership is good. You need to own assets. That's what you really want to own. That's what the banks own. That's what the wealthy own. They own something that pays them and pays them damn good. You're flexing and questioning someone on owning something that doesn't bring income to them every single month, that they're paying interest on. And yeah, you get to pay it off sooner or later, but let's be real here. 20 years is not something to be flexing on that you pay 20 years on. So, hey, argue with me in the comments. I don't care. I said what I said.
Guys, I feel so stupid. So I just bought this house, right? Everything's great. Everything's peachy. It's a beautiful house. And of course, I got laid off a couple of weeks ago. And I decided to place it for rent because why would I want to pay a mortgage if I don't have a job? So anyway, found tenant.
All right, let me pause right here because, again, I don't watch these videos until we watch them together live. One, remember I just said most people don't make money off of their house. They talk about ownership, but you don't own assets. It's not bringing in money. And if you're talking about equity, you know you got to wait a while for that to go up anyway. So let's not do that. Number two, she's like, well, I don't have a job, so why would I pay mortgage and I don't have a job? Why not have a job, have a mortgage, rent it out, live somewhere else? You know, do I agree with that? No, but you decided to get the house. So at the end of the day, why not have two streams of income coming in? Because that's the way you own assets. Most people who say home ownership, they're living in the damn home.
Whatever. So I'm in here now, just walking through, making sure everything's clean. I deep cleaned the fridge, the oven, the dishwasher, all the appliances, whatever. So the last owners had a rug, like an all-weather mat rug in front of the kitchen sink. Great. Didn't think anything about it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm cleaning. Let me move it so I can vacuum under it, whatever. And you know what? I'm so fucking pissed right now. I notice that the floorboard is wet. There's a freaking leak, okay? Like, this board is warped, and it's just like, I walked over it, and it like, look, it's rotted, and...
So wait, the old homeowners covered up they covered up damage?
It's seeping water, like it goes over here, like you can, if I push hard enough, you can see there's water under it, and I could easily lift it up. I'm just so livid right now because during the home inspection, I didn't even think to lift the rug. I didn't even think about it. I don't know, because when it's there, it just like, it fits. Like, you're not looking for that. You're looking for everything else but that. And I'm like,
I can attest to that. I probably wouldn't look under a rug either, but gotta have multiple people look at it, right? But even if they don't look under it, now we know, which is why I make these type of videos. Now we know. Now I know to look under a rug. You know what I'm saying?
I'm such an idiot. How did I not think about that? And it's hard not to blame myself, but it's like, what the hell? And now I'm like, my realtor has been a realtor for over 20 years. I feel like an experienced realtor should have said something like, hey, move the mat. And my dumbass, like, I didn't think about it because this whole house is completely empty, and that's literally the only rug in this whole house, and I didn't think to move it. Why? So now I have to call a plumber tomorrow, and I'm sure that's gonna cost me a couple thou-wow. I'm just so mad. I'm so mad.
Own a home, they said. But at least she's renting it out to grow her income because she got laid off. Another person commented underneath it and said, this is still the responsibility of the seller because it's a hidden fault and hidden maliciously. Call your realtor. Another person said, it's okay. It can all be fixed. First things first, search for the leak and go to Home Depot, replace the boards, and it can be a very simple, easy fix. Another person is asking, do you have home warranty? Honestly, the home inspector should have caught that. Obviously, like, that's what they're there for, right? Because, like, that's your job, man. Like, you do that full time. You didn't like catch that. When did your final walkthrough? When you did your final walkthrough, you should have moved the mat. Hope it's not too expensive. Yeah, you just got to deal with it. You own the home now, so. Anyways, hope everything turned out well for her though, and hopefully she got another job, right? But again, I don't think it's a flex for anyone to own a home that they're not actually making money from. People flex home ownership all the time, but it's not an asset to them. It's an asset to the bank. We're not talking about equity. You got to wait years and years and years for that to happen. Hopefully the housing market is good. You're betting on something you can't control. And most people have to pour more money into the home to maintain it as well while they're paying off a 20-year mortgage. That's not a win. No, it's not a win. That's not a win. Anyways, subscribe if you like the content. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.